One Saturday evening, the world premiere of Star Wars: The Last Jedi transported over to lucky guests to a galaxy far, far away, via the Shrine Auditorium in downtown Los Angeles. The red carpet featured a larger-than-life Ed Walker transport vehicle that soared over fans, dressed as Star Wars characters in a procession of droids, Stormtroopers and red-armored members of the Praetorian Guard. Vanity Fair caught up with the upcoming blockbuster's cast and filmmakers, including John Boyega, at the over-the-top screening to learn what fans most need to know in advance of its Dec. 15 release. Boyega, who plays Stormtrooper turned hero Finn, barely made it to the festivities. He was nearly stranded in Atlanta due to the snowstorm that blanketed the southeast. Thankfully, he arrived just in time, minus his luggage. "I made it," he exclaimed while walking down the red carpet. "There's no way I was going to miss this." Quote 1. The Last Jedi is the darkest, most emotional installment of the Star Wars saga yet. It's the middle chapter, so we got to challenge the characters. And it's going to darker and intense places, said Rian Johnson, the writer and director of the 8th Star Wars installment. "I wanted the story to be emotional. That was an element that I really wanted to get in the movie. And because each one of these characters has such a brilliant setup in The Force Awakens, I wanted to take each one of them and push them." Quote, although the story has more emotional depth this time around, Johnson promises that the movie also offers lots of light-hearted comedic moments. "I hope audiences will pleasantly be surprised by how fun and funny the movie is. I really tried to balance the more intense stuff with humor and fun, because it's a Star Wars movie. After all, that's what it's all about." Quote 2. Luke Skywalker is back, as you've never seen him before. After more than 30 years away, Mark Hamill returns to the franchise as the beloved Luke Skywalker, though this Luke is not the confidant hero that moviegoers last saw in Return of the Jedi. He's now a weary recluse, who is seeking redemption and even hesitant to hold a lightsaber again. Ryan's version of Luke Skywalker is an incarnation of the character I never expected, said Hamill. "That was a huge surprise when I first read the script. I think fans will be surprised too." Quote, as for his second act as Luke Skywalker, Hamill was completely stunned. He never imagined he would play the iconic role again. "It's a reward that just never stops giving. Fans come up to me all the time. They relay all these stories. Tell me about how they met their wife in line for Empire and that they had a child by the time of Return of the Jedi and named him Luke. It's really moving. I'm proud to be known as Luke Skywalker." Quote 3. The Last Jedi centers on the theme of identity. "All these movies are about growing up, in a certain way, and finding your place in the world," said Johnson. "In The Last Jedi, that's what Rey is doing.